It expects to help one self-declared world's quickest blockchain network. However, what is torrential slide? We should find out what we can figure it out. And furthermore, investigate a portion of the torrential slide cost forecasts that were being made starting around the 3rd of April 2023. Torrential slide made sense of in the blockchain world. The capacity to stay aware of higher traffic, known as scalability, and generally speed are among the really specialized obstacles for decentralized finance projects trying to go standard. Stages like torrential slide and Solana, which utilize savvy contracts, PC programs which consequently execute once specific circumstances have been met, have offer clients lower gas expenses and quicker exchanges than a few expected rivals. Torrential slide professes to be the quickest shrewd agreement stage in the blockchain business as estimated by time to conclusion. As per torrential slide, time to conclusion is the time a client needs to stand by to get affirmation that an exchange made on the blockchain won't be changed or dropped. How about we see torrential slide's center highlights and how it contrasts from other shrewd agreement stages? Torrential slide plans to accomplish a high exchange throughput and versatility by means of its local snow convention, which consolidates the properties of a traditional agreement convention and Nakamoto agreement. Torrential Slide's white paper says the old-style agreement convention offers low deferrals and high throughput yet disapproves of adaptability in view of its dependence on all-to-all correspondence to arrive at agreement. The white paper claims that the agreement instrument utilized by proof-of-work organizations like Bitcoin experiences delays, low throughput, and consistent energy necessities. Under the Torrential Slide Snow Convention, every PC or hub on the organization surveys a little, steady estimated, haphazardly picked set of adjoining hubs to accomplish agreement, rather than the all-to-all correspondence found in old-style agreement conventions. Torrential Slide said, to pick among the clashing exchanges and forestall the twofold spend, each hub haphazardly chooses a little subset of hubs and inquiries which of the clashing exchanges the questioned hubs believe is the substantial one. On the off chance that the questioning hub gets a super greater part reaction for one exchange, then the hub changes its own reaction to that exchange. Each hub in the organization rehashes this method until the whole organization comes to agreement on one of the clashing exchanges. The utilization of subnetworks, or subnets, on Torrential Slide assists with diminishing organization traffic and work with customizability on its organization. Torrential Slide says a subnet is a powerful arrangement of validators cooperating to accomplish agreement on the condition of a bunch of blockchains. Validators, likewise alluded to as stakers on confirmation of stake organizations like Torrential Slide, can be individuals from different subnets. Each blockchain based on Torrential Slide is approved by one subnet, and each subnet can approve numerous blockchains. Torrential Slide said that its subnet model diminishes network traffic by permitting validators to pick which subnet to participate to approve a blockchain. Subnets can likewise be intended to be private subnets by choosing which validators can enter them. The Torrential Slide network has a default subnet which is approved by all validators. The default subnet, otherwise called the essential organization, approves a bunch of 3 predefined blockchains on Torrential Slide: Trade Chain, which is utilized to make and exchange computerized resources; Stage Chain, which assists with the formation of new subnets and monitors dynamic ones, close by planning validators; and Agreement Chain, which is utilized to make shrewd agreements. Ashu Parikh, an exploration expert at the blockchain examination firm Masari, said in a report, "Today, by far most of Torrential Slide applications are sent on the agreement chain, Torrential Slide's EVM similarity savvy contract stage." Be that as it may, while Torrential Slide's agreement brings speed and low expenses, it doesn't give a drawn-out answer for versatility. To achieve this, Torrential Slide empowers undertakings to make custom blockchain networks utilizing the stage chain. Avax is the local coin on the Torrential Slide stage. It is utilized for marking and paying exchange charges on the organization. Individuals who hold the coin additionally reserve the privilege to decide on proposed changes to the organization. Avax is likewise expected to make or join a subnet. Torrential Slide requires a validator to stake at least 2,000 Avax. Delegators who need to take part in marking can decide to stake with a current validator by committing at least 25 Avax. As per its white paper, the Avax coin has a covered inventory of 720 million coins. All handling charges on Torrential Slide are singed to expand the shortage of Avax. Torrential Slide has expressed that while Avax is covered, the rate at which the coin arrives at its greatest limit is dependent upon administration. Avax previously went onto the open market in September 2020, when it was worth about $5. In mid-2021, the coin's value mobilized and it topped above $50 in February of that year. It then settled to float around the $30 mark, prior to dropping down over the late spring of the year and afterward recuperating throughout the span of the pre-winter to arrive at an untouched high of $146.22 on the 21st of November 2021. Following that, the value plunged and it shut the year at $109.27. While 2021 was a truly impressive year for Avax, 2022 was one that it, alongside a significant part of the remainder of the crypto market, would presumably prefer neglect. It performed conflictingly throughout the initial 4 months or somewhere in the vicinity, with a high of $103.53 on the 2nd of April, an outstanding feature. However, at that point a progression of market slumps saw it tumble to a low of $13.79 on the 19th of June. Following that, there was a recuperation, and however late as the 5th of November it seemed to be exchanging above $20 before the breakdown of the FTX trade prompted it dropping to a low of $10.65 on 30th of December before it shut the year at $10.90, a yearly loss of over 90%. The new year saw some recuperation, with a resurgent market driving at a pinnacle of $22.71, its most exorbitant cost since November. From that point forward, however, it slipped, with the breakdown of the Silvergate Bank seeing it tumble to a low of $13.94 on 10 walk. The coin was then ready to recuperate, and on the 3rd of April 2023, it was worth about $17.30. Around then, there were a little under 32.6 million Avax available for use out of a complete inventory of 422,018,587. This gave it a market cap of around $5.6 billion, making it the 16th biggest crypto by that measurement. Torrential slide cost expectation gathered together. With that everywhere and finished with, we should investigate a portion of the torrential slide cost expectations that were being made starting around the 3rd of April 2023. It is vital to recollect at this stage that cost estimates, particularly with regards to something as possibly unstable as digital currency, all the time end up being incorrectly. Likewise, you ought to remember that a great deal of long-haul crypto value forecasts are made utilizing a calculation, and that implies that they can change immediately. Had a somewhat blended momentary torrential slide cost expectation for 2023, saying the coin could drop to $16.14 by the 8th of April prior to recuperating to $17.62 by the 4th of May. The site's specialized investigation was negative, with 15 markers conveying downbeat messages and 13 making bullish ones. For the more drawn-out term, the calculation-based site Avax cost expectation proposed the coin was expected for an extreme a year, tumbling to only $6.14 in a year's time, was more bullish in its drawn-out Avax crypto cost expectation. As per its Avax cost expectation for 2025, the site anticipated that the coin should exchange at a typical cost of $60.55. Avax cost expectation for 2030 saw the symbolic rising further to a typical cost of $179.91. While considering an Avax coin cost expectation, it's critical to remember that digital money markets remain very unstable, making it challenging to precisely foresee what a coin or token's cost will be in a couple of hours, and, surprisingly, harder to give long-haul gauges. Thusly,